a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most are off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beast dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay at home, Disney Dad.
All right, February is a Pooh month, Pooh Two, week 2. I know I sound like I'm just being a grumpy old man complaining about a franchise clearly not aimed at me, but you know what? There are plenty of cartoons from the last 40 years that have been fun for kids and parents to watch together that have also taught valuable skills or lessons to your kids, and this franchise is not one of them, and I will die on that hill a million times over. No lessons are ever learned in these stories. They're all about making wrong decisions, which is great, but there are never proper consequences for making those wrong decisions. That's what I get hung up on. They make horrible decisions, but they always escape responsibility, and that is a dangerous thing to plant into your kids' minds. I'm honestly about to watch the Tigger movie for the very first time ever, but I will bet these are the running themes throughout this movie, right? These are going to be the constants. We press play. Walt Disney Presents. We get the usual intro where we're going through Christopher Robin's bedroom, and the narrator says he's a boy who's had many stuffed animals and they have adventures in the 100-acre woods. The narrator says his favorite animal, though, was Winnie the Pooh. Suddenly, record scratch, animated Tigger pops out, and he's all, there's enough stories about that stupid bear. So he arranges the letters on the screen, and now it's a Tigger movie. A Winnie the Pooh movie or a Tigger movie? That's like asking someone if they'd rather be shot in the hand or the foot. We start with Tigger singing, and then he annoys Pooh, and this is the funny part about these characters. Okay, I swear, 100-acre woods, it's actually hell. Shut up. Shut up, think about it, take a second, think about it, it's hell. Because here you have Pooh, the laziest thing in the world, forever linked to Tigger, who's on speed 24/7. Pooh won't bounce, so Tigger bounces, like he leaves, but he's also bouncing. He tries his luck with Piglet and Roo, and not even Roo, who is a kangaroo, will bounce with him. Perhaps this could be a moment of self-reflection, like, why doesn't anyone like you? But no. A boulder falls on Eeyore's house, and now I think we have like a side quest or something, because now we're not in a Tigger story anymore. We're in a Rabbit is trying to get a boulder off of Eeyore's house story. Everyone is trying to help. Tigger keeps bouncing. Tigger says, I know what to do, and he does a special super bounce, and he hits the boulder, and then the boulder rolls down the hill, but it drags all the characters with it into the mud. They should be dead. They should be all dead. But here's the thing. They're unscratched, because they're in hell. They were all like serial killers on Earth before they died, and they were sentenced to eternal damnation in a place where they can't die. They tell Tigger they don't want to bounce with him because they're not Tiggers, and Tigger goes away sad, and he's crying, but I know Tigger won't stay sad for long, because he breaks into song, and after this song is over, he's going to come to the realization that every single character in this franchise comes to after they've been singled out and alienated by their peers for being horrible and selfish, and that is, it's not me. It's them. It's not me. So he's not going to learn a lesson and try to change for the better. No. Tigger sings about wanting someone like himself. Roo tells him to bounce, and that'll cheer him up. And Tigger says he has no one to bounce with. And Roo is like, what about finding another Tigger? Keeping in mind again, Roo is a kangaroo and won't bounce with this idiot. Roo tells him, go find your family, bro, and Tigger likes that idea, so he bounces off to ask Owl for help. Owl makes tea. Did you know owls have 3 eyelids? It's neither here nor there. My family, we were playing like animal trivia before my daughter and I watched this movie tonight, so I thought I would drop that in there and sound really smart. Owl tells Tigger to look in his family tree. Tigger leaves to search for his family tree, and as he leaves, Owl goes, was it something I said? Yeah, probably. Go find your family tree. Was that a joke? It made no sense. Even writing for toddler level. What? Tigger, the moron, is now looking up actual trees, trying to find his family trees. Again, I see what they're going for here, but do kids know what a family tree is? Is this landing? God, I hope this runs the clock. I hope this is him looking at trees for the next 63 minutes and I don't have to write anything else. They build Eeyore a new house and it sucks and Tigger knocks it down anyway. It just occurred to me right now that Disney probably kicked 2 or 3 of these Winnie the Pooh VHS movies out every single week during the 90s because they're all recycled footage, right? 90% of these cartoons are the characters walking around the damn forest, interacting with each other. The animators and writers must just change the dialogue and rerun the same animation sequences in different orders and mass produce these movies and shorts. It's not like they're ever in space or like underwater. I'll bet it's the same shots of the same characters in the same locations over and over and over. Anyway, Tigger found this old barrel. For some reason he figures it's his family tree. He opens it up and it's full of garbage. So you know what? It could be his family tree. Now, Roo offers to bounce with him after all this time. Roo's like, I'll bounce with you. And he says, nah, you're too small. Roo. They find a locket, which is what Tigger's looking for. He thinks it has his family picture in it. We run in place for a few minutes as he tries to open it. Then he opens it, and it's empty, just like my soul. Pooh and Piglet are now out looking for Tigger's family, and yeah, these two trust these two super sleuths to get it done and fast. These two are like the best Law and Order duo ever, just sharp as tacks them. Eeyore, though, thought he found Tigger's family because he found some frogs, and they bounce. At one point, Pooh just bends straight over at the waist and sticks his face underwater and holds it there, and that to me was really funny for some reason, some dark reason. It was like Pooh tried to end it so he could see if he'd wake up outside of the 100-acre woods, but that's not going to lift the curse, is it? No. I imagine it's like a video game and these characters just respawn back in their own homes after they die in the 100-acre woods, and they just have to start another day with nothing to do but passive-aggressively take their predicament out on all the other tortured souls that walk this foul land for all of eternity. Pooh finds a honey tree and is like, oh, I better make sure Tigger's family aren't up in there. This is funny because he really doesn't give a about Tigger. He just wants to selfishly fill his fat ass with honey. Pooh sings the honeybees a lullaby, then scratches that gluttonous itch. Get it, Pooh? Get it! Fill that addiction again and again. Don't think about next time, only this time. Pooh and Piglet fall out of the tree. Okay, this was funny. Eeyore tries to get out of the way. And he's like slow walking, like, oh no. And Pooh and Piglet flatten him because he didn't get out of the way in time. That was pretty funny. Tonight, it's snowing. Tigger didn't find his family and Roo has to go home. Does Tigger ever think maybe his family doesn't want to be found? Ever notice how these stories are supposed to be from the mind of Christopher Robin and he's barely in them? Just another observation. Tigger's friends write Tigger a fake letter pretending to be his family. That's not going to backfire at all. One idiot, though, accidentally writes that they're going to come visit tomorrow. And when they read it aloud to Tigger, Pooh says, oh, I can't wait to meet them. That was kind of funny. Tigger is making preparations for his family to come, and he starts building a family room on his house. He's over the moon excited because he got a letter from his family that he misses that they're coming. Pooh and Roo have this moment of conscience and wonder if they should tell Tigger this is all a lie. But they also know it's going to absolutely destroy him, sending him spiraling into a crushing depression. But subconsciously, that was the goal all along, right? Like the note, getting his hopes up was like step one of this evil plan, right? It's going to break his heart, and all these characters are going to be sad. Somehow the lesson is eventually going to be that Tigger should just appreciate the people around him. That's his family. Not wish for what he can't have, right? And then after the show ends, we fade to black. You know these characters are all laughing at him behind his back. Like all of them laughing behind his back, all proud of themselves. So Winnie the Pooh plan B now to make this right is to pretend they're Tigger's family. They can disguise themselves as his family. So they put springs on their feet and they trash their house because Tiggers are bumbling pain in the This is the plan. They sew Tigger costumes and wait until morning and showtime. They show up at his door. This is grotesque, people. This deception is actually uncomfortable, like disturbing. It's like they're wearing Tigger's skin, like a bunch of Hannibal Lecter Tiggers or Tigger leather faces. There's something, I gotta say it again, just grotesque and out of place about what's happening here. Roo bounces too high, he throws himself into the closet and his mask comes off and the gig is up. Tigger unmasks everyone. They're all like, we only wanted to help. And Tigger goes, I get it. This is a big joke to you all. Yeah, you did get it, because that's exactly what this is. Tigger's like, you, I got a letter from my family and I'm off to see them. And he leaves out the front door into the snowstorm. No one tells him. No one tells him. They watch him walk away into the blizzard. They stand by the window and they watch him disappear in the snow. Next scene, Pooh's sitting in his house. He's sad because he's all out of honey. He's all out of honey. Roo comes knocking on Pooh's door and he's like, if we don't go get Tigger, he's gonna die. And Pooh's like, who? Oh yeah, Tigger. So then they go ask Rabbit to help and he says, absolutely not. I love being right about these characters, I do. They gaslight Rabbit, who for the record did not want to write the letter did not want to do the fake family thing, but they bully and again gaslight him into thinking he's the only one smart enough to lead them through the winter weather and find Tigger. Out they go, out in the blizzard. Tigger falls off a cliff and he finds what he thinks is his family tree. We cut away to Christopher Robin now just like in second grade, eating his glue stick and staring at the wall as the story continues to unravel in his head. We go back in. Tigger goes to the tree and I'll bet his family is in this tree. And there will be like, son, we wrote you a letter, because no one is ever accountable for anything in this world, right? But no, it's just a tree. His fake letter floats away in the wind as his friends, in air quotes, oh no, sorry, his friends try to find him. They find the letter and realize Tigger's got to be close. He's up in a tree branch. This will hopefully be Tigger's I found my family and it's you guys moment, and we can roll credits and I can go to bed. Rabbit tells him, forget about this other Tigger nonsense and come home. And he loses it. He finally screams at him. He goes, no, I'm waiting for my real family. They wrote me a note. Someone tell him the note was fake. Study his face as his heart shatters. But before we get there was too much yelling, and of course that triggers an avalanche. Tigger gets sucked down, but Roo uses a bounce technique Tigger taught him and saves Tigger. Everyone is safe and alive. And I don't want to retype what I wrote before, but what I said would happen happens. He realizes the things are his family and he's just be happy. And now, just to stick it to poor Tigger, Kanga is like, Roo, are you okay? Jesus, I thought you were dead. I couldn't imagine you being gone. I'd be alone without any family. That would be the worst. That'd be the worst thing in the world, not having family. Christopher Robin comes and does the exact same thing with Pooh. Oh my God, I was almost alone. Oh my God. Just twisting the knife in Tigger. Finally, they kind of sort of admit they wrote the letter and Tigger's like, oh, you're my family. They this guy the whole movie and he comes away grateful. Classic Winnie the Pooh writing. We end with Tigger buying them all gifts. Because that's what happens after you mentally bully someone long enough. They eventually get you gifts when you stop bullying them for a bit. Last gift, Tigger gives Roo his gold locket, and Christopher Robin takes a picture of them all, and that picture goes in Roo's locket, and we roll credits. I love this. Screenplay by one Jill Falkenstein. There's no way that's a real name. Falkenstein. No one wanted credit for this mess. God.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism